Investment advisory and financial planning services are offered through Simplicity Wealth, LLC, and SEC Registered Investment Advisor. SEC registration does not constitute nor endorse of the firm, nor does it indicate that the advisor has attained a particular level of skill nor ability. Investing involves risk of loss. Insurance, consulting, and education services offered through Diamond Life Planning is a separate and unaffiliated entity from Simplicity Wealth. This information is provided as a general information and is not intended to be specific financial guidance. Before you make any decisions regarding your personal financial situation, you should consult a financial or tax professional to discuss your individual circumstances and objectives.
Welcome to the Rock My Finances show on K4HD Radio and Talk4 TV, where we put the fun in finance. Join Powerhouse Jennifer Joseph, CDFA, CMC, and Private Wealth Advisor, as she collaborates with you to create clarity, control, and confidence with your money, your way. It's not about the zeros, so what is it all about? Let's find out. Now here's your host and weekly friend, Jennifer Joseph.
Welcome back, y'all. This is the 7 Money Wound series. This is number 3. The Worthiness Wound. Do you believe you deserve wealth and abundance, or love and relationship, or health and happiness? How we feel about one thing is how we feel about everything, right? So today, all of these money wounds that I've been talking about, the 7 different ones, this is the one that's, I think it's quietest. Like, it most often hides beneath the surface. We don't walk around saying, I don't deserve wealth. And we don't walk around saying, I don't feel worthy. Like, we don't even usually think of these words. Instead, it shows up in our behaviors. We settle. We play small. We put everyone else's needs ahead of our own. Any fellow codependents out there? Whoop, whoop, yep. Like, it's just way easier to do that when you're coming from feeling less than or not enough. We convince ourselves that we'll ask for the raise next year. We'll increase our fees next year. After we get one more certification, a few more letters behind us to make us really confident. Or we'll start investing after we feel more confident. So the truth is, confidence rarely comes first. I know this is terrible, but it just doesn't. Like Nike, just do it, right? That builds confidence. Action comes first. Good old Tony Robbins talks about this all the time as well. The confidence follows. But when we don't believe we're worthy, we wait and wait and wait. We wait until we're smarter, we're older, we're more successful, we have more experience, we try to be more perfect. And that day just rarely comes. So where does worthiness begin? And where does this wound come from? Like many of our money stories, it often starts in childhood. Maybe you grew up hearing that wealthy people were greedy, selfish, or dishonest even. Maybe your family struggled financially and you learned not to ask for anything because you didn't want to be a burden. Maybe you were praised only when you achieved something, leaving you to believe that your value depended on performance instead of just simply who you are. Or maybe you watched your parents work endlessly, sacrificing everything, teaching you that success only comes through exhaustion. Now, we did work 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I just thought that's the way life was. But I did see my friends going on vacation, and their friends' parents would hang out with other people and play cards and things like that. My parents did bowl. They definitely bowled a lot. My dad was a senior pro. So I get that. But I definitely lived a different lifestyle than a lot of my friends. As children, we don't really question these messages that we're getting subliminally from our families, right? We absorb them. So over time, they become beliefs. And then those beliefs become decision-making beliefs. Without even realizing it, we begin telling ourselves stories like, I'm not qualified enough. I haven't been doing it long enough. Someone else deserves this opportunity more than I do. If I make too much money, people aren't going to like me. Or if I make too much money, I'm not going to be able to hang out with my friends because I'm going to have a different lifestyle. Good people shouldn't want to be wealthy. They should just be happy. Those stories quietly influence our financial choices for years. One of the biggest misconceptions is I hear that wanting financial success somehow is selfish. I hear this a lot, like making money is greedy. It's just not. Making money is fun. Let me just tell y'all, it's a freaking blast to have money. My daughter just got married in Iceland. Love her husband. They're amazing. Love his family. We had such a good time. We had 70 people come from the United States to Iceland. That costed money, y'all. Yes. Everybody came and took a nice vacation. The wedding was 4 or 5 days. And then a lot of us stayed for another 6 days, 7 days. Like, it was so much fun. Money is just a tool to enjoy this world and this life. So don't fall into that trap that making people with money are selfish, because it's not true at all. I've so experienced so much generosity. Money just simply gives us choices. It allows us to care for ourselves and our family and support causes that we believe in. If you have any volunteering out there or philanthropy out there, if there's something that you really believe in, it feels really good to give money to it. In fact, I'm also a life insurance salesperson, agent, whatever you want to call it. And I do a lot of people that instead of giving every single week to one of their charities, such as a church, they'll do a life insurance policy, pay for that. And now, upon their passing, their cause gets lots of money, way more than they could ever do with their weekly tithing. So there's a lot of ways to give financially when we don't have a lot. We can help families in need, people in need, create opportunities for others, and reduce unnecessary stress. I know that when someone is ill and there's doctors and all that kind of stuff, it can be very stressful. And to help somebody through something like that is wonderful. Money does not change who we are. It just doesn't. It's not going to change you. More often, it just magnifies who you already are. So if you're already great, compassionate, loving person, you're just going to be a bigger, greater, compassionate, loving person to be able to do more stuff. A generous person usually becomes even more generous, and a compassionate person becomes way more compassionate, finding way more ways to give. Like, it's amazing. Here's a question I ask my clients that often stops them in their tracks. If you truly believed you are worthy, what financial decision would you make today that would be different? Worthy to me means so much. It's mean there's plenty for everyone. I'm never going to run out. I make money easily and effortlessly daily. My money makes money while I sleep. When we feel worthy, we think very differently about money. So, what decision would you make differently today? Now, can I say that once you feel worthy, you're always going to be worthy? No, unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. I'm always on a roller coaster still. Now, my roller coaster is much better than it used to be. It was crazy with the loop-de-loops and everything. I don't have that so much anymore, but there's still ups and downs. And we have to remind ourselves that the universe has got my back. The universe has got my back. I'm okay. This is a dip. This is a slump. This is a whatever. And sometimes that's the time that we got to go inward and be creative to heal ourselves, spend our time with our spirituality or our religion or our God, our angels, whatever you believe. And then we come out stronger and ready to go take to the next step. Would you finally ask for a raise if you felt worthy? Would you raise your fees if you're a business owner? Would you start investing money maybe? Maybe you've been afraid of investing money. Would you buy a rental property maybe, or another business, or make your side hustle, your hobby? Would you make that into a business? Would you stop apologizing for your success? And would you spend money on you, your own health, your own education, and your own personal growth without feeling guilty? Hiring the therapist, the money coach, the financial planner, the spiritual guidance person. I got one of those for you too. Like, would you get a massage every week? Would you do What's that stuff where they acupuncture, where they put the needles in? Would you do that? All these seem to be, would you go to the chiropractor more often? These things seem to be extra, but are you worthy to be healthy? This is my number one goal, is to be healthy. And so, yes, I do put money where my health is 100%. That's actually the first place that it goes, because I want to live forever. Just saying, 104 is what I'm planning on. Okay. And guilt doesn't get us anywhere, right? And we all love personal growth. So this is where healing begins, not with more money. I know we all think if I just had $50,000, $1 million, whatever it is, I'd feel so much better. And you would. You absolutely would feel better. If you had zero debt, you were financially free, we would feel better. And then the whole other set of problems come in as well. So then we still have to look at our worthiness. We're always going to have to look at our worthiness and making sure that we feel worthy. So healing begins not necessarily with more money, but with a different belief about yourself. We're always going to have to go inward and have the belief that's differently. So here's our first coaching exercise for today. Open up your money journal and finish this sentence in 10 different ways. So if you organize them like me, maybe write 1 through 10 down. Number 1, I don't believe I deserve wealth because. Now finish that sentence. I don't believe I deserve wealth because, and then finish the sentence. So when I first found out that I didn't believe that I deserved wealth was when I felt like subconsciously I did not protect my children. So if you hear my other stories, you'll know that I suffered a tragedy. I lost my 2 kids like 33 years ago. And that was a subconscious that my coach helped me find, a thought that I had that I did not deserve to be wealthy because I did not protect my children. So that's what I would put there. And it took me forever to find that, just so you know, it just doesn't pop up to the surface, because that was painful, right? And that brought up all the pain, and I had to deal with all of that, and that was okay. And then I healed from that. And then it's an onion. It's just always there and coming back and forth, right? So don't filter what comes up. Just mind dump. Even if you don't want to be in 1 through 10, just mind dump. I don't believe I deserve wealth because I don't know enough about money, because I was never taught an education, because I have way too much debt, because I spend frivolously, because I shop to feel good, because I lie about my money, because I don't tell my husband what's happening. Like, it could be so many different things, right? Don't filter your answers. Just let them come naturally. You'll be surprised what comes to the surface. Usually around the 5th, 7th one comes that shocks you. These answers are so revealing, and beliefs that you've been carrying are not necessarily true, because that was not true. I do deserve to be wealthy. And I did have to heal that little part of me, and I had to acknowledge my part that I played in any circumstance at all. So I'm really big on taking responsibility. I'm not big on beating myself up. There's not necessary at all. However, when I did something and I played a part in something, I got to look at that and say, okay, I screwed that up royally. I should have, could have, would have never have done that. And I did the best I could at the time. I knew what I knew at the time. I felt what I felt at the time, and I did the best I could at the time. Now I would be doing something so different. But at the time, that's the person I was, and that's what I knew. So we have to love her like that. All this happened when I was 29. So I love my 29-year-old who was broken and heartbroken and devastated and just overwhelmed and controlled and on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Like, she was a mess. She was just an utterly mess. So I have to pick her up and hug her and love her and say, okay, my 29-year-old, you're going to be okay. Because look at us now. We're 62. Am I 62? I think I'm 62. And here I am. I'm good. I'm all good. I'm happy. I'm joyous every day, right? So we sometimes have to go get our past person, bring them with us to heal this worthiness. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm not getting too woo-woo for you. Okay. Next, we're going to ask ourselves these 10 questions that we wrote down. If I don't believe I deserve wealth because, and then we have all these statements. Next ask ourselves, where did I learn this? So I don't believe I deserve wealth because I'm not smart enough. Okay, who told us that I'm not smart enough, right? Where did we hear that I'm not smart enough? Was that family members, high school, boyfriends, teachers, next door neighbors? Where did we hear that? Was it something someone said? Was it something that you just observed in your household? Maybe you felt bullied or criticized by your parents. Was it an experience that left you just feeling not good about money? Remembering and understanding your story is not about blaming yourself, absolutely, or blaming your past or anyone in your past. It's only about understanding why you think the way you think now, so that you can begin to choose differently. Your second exercise is to write a list of everything you've done and become today, that you've pursued, all your higher education, whatever it might be, the challenges that you've overcome, the people that you've helped. I love that. The skills that you've developed, and the obstacles that you've survived. So these are your skills and traits that are just amazing that you've done. I want to spend time on focusing on what we have accomplished and not what we have not accomplished, right? We are great at spending time at how we can be better, do better, all that. I want to spend time on what have you done, right? I got out of a really bad marriage. I saved my life. I now put that to good use by my training and education. I can now help someone else get out of that situation. I can also have more compassion for anyone because I've been at my depth, despair door, right? I've been at the bottom. So when we've been at the bottom, sorry y'all, but we're kind of badass. And I feel like we have a secret power here, because when we've been at the bottom, the deeper our bottom, the higher our joy. Yes, this is me. This is my thought, but the higher our joy is. So yes, definitely have been to despair, and I can find something so simple to be so happy about in just an instant. And it brings me to such joy. I love it. I love it. So we have a secret power there. We have a secret weapon there. So we want to look at that list. What have we accomplished? What have we done? Yeah, all the regular stuff, but what about the other stuff? I'm putting myself first, and it's not easy. I'm putting my health first because we're here. I'm here in a community with amazing people. I love it. And they're so busy. Everyone's doing something. Like tonight, we're going over a friend's house to watch the Dink movie. Okay, great. So there's going to probably be, I don't even know, 10, 20, 30 people there watching this Dink movie. Like that's so fun, right? So when I'm putting my health first, my dietary restrictions are there. To bed early, drinking all my water, all the electrolytes, all my supplements, my good food, all that kind of stuff. So sometimes that precludes me from going and doing some of these activities, but it doesn't matter. My health comes first, and it makes me feel so good when I'm healthy, right? So we got to be selfish with ourselves a little bit. I also want you to start practicing receiving. Oh my gosh, this was so hard for me because I'm the doer. I'm the doer and I'm the helper and I'm the fixer, right? I'm the codependent. I fix everybody. When someone compliments your work, just simply say thank you. When someone offers to help, thank you. Allow them. Even if you could do it yourself, we all know you can do it yourself. Don't even go there. I know you can do it yourself. I can do it. I can have 2 bags of groceries. I can kick the door open with my foot. I can hold it open with my butt, and I can reach over, and I can do all of this, and I can do it all myself. I know that. It's not about that. It's literally not about that. It is about allowing people to serve you. It's about allowing people to help you. Think about the last time that you helped somebody. Wasn't it amazing? Like it felt so good to help. Felt so good to help. And that feels good. So we want to make sure that we allow people to help us. And it's hard. That was hard. That was so hard for me to learn this lesson. Okay, when opportunity comes your way, resist the urge to say, I'm not qualified, or I don't think I'm good enough, or whatever you might say. Instead, pause and ask yourself, what if I am worthy of this amazing opportunity? Sometimes healing begins with allowing yourself to receive what you've spent years believing that you did not deserve. So sometimes it feels uncomfortable to say, yeah, I want to do this. Yes, I want to start this business with you. Yes, I want to do this. Like it's so fun. So I want to leave you with a thought here. Your self-worth and your net worth are not the same thing. Your income may rise and fall. Markets might go up and down. Businesses will have good years and some difficult years. None of those things have anything to do with your value as a human being. Marriages come and go. Relationships come and go. None of that has to do with who you are as a human being. Your worth was never something you had to earn. You are worthy because you're breathing. You were born, you're on this planet, and you're breathing. You are worthy. Like, you got to know that. It is something you were just born with. When you truly believe that, you stop chasing money to prove your value. Instead, you begin making financial decisions to reflect the value that you've already had all along. And it feels so good. That's where confidence grows. That's where healthy wealth begins. We want healthy wealth. And that's where your money story starts to change. Doesn't that feel good? I know it's going to feel so great for you. So there's some other ways that the worthiness wound shows up. Constantly comparing yourself to other people that are more successful, or just other people. Like around here, it's like, who's retired? How big is their house? What are they doing? How's their vacations? Things like that. Staying in a job that underpays you because you're afraid no one else is going to hire you. I always have my clients go on interviews just to build up their self-confidence. Overworking to prove your value instead of believing you already have value, and not work yourself to death. Like, take your time off. Anybody that has built up days off, take those days off. I don't care if it's a stay vacation. Like, you take that time off. You be good. I know a lot of us feel like an imposter, right? Even when we're highly qualified, we feel like an imposter. That is a worthiness wound that's sharing its little thought there. Apologizing excessively when you've even done nothing wrong. Okay, I do this on the pickleball court sometimes, and I hear a lot of women do this all the time. I'm sorry. It's like, no. Stop apologizing. Don't apologize for anything. Like, things happen. Now, let me say not anything. When you screw up, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, there's sometimes I put my foot in my mouth. I should say a lot of times I put my foot in my mouth, and I will text that person later and just say, you know what? I should have never said that. I'm so sorry. I hope it didn't hurt your feelings. I do that a lot. Sabotaging opportunities because success feels unfamiliar. Actually, success might be scary. Like Oprah said, you're actually more worried about becoming successful than staying where you're at because it's going to be so unfamiliar. So know that you're worthy. Know that the universe has got your back. Know that abundance is right here for you, and it's going to feel amazing, and you're going to be able to help yourself and help others when you step into that true person of who you really, really are. I hope you'd enjoy today's podcast. This is wound number 3. Yeah, scarcity. I can't remember, 2 or 3, but check them all out. There's 7. So there's 7. And there's one that explains them all. This is true healing right here. I promise you, your life will change if you go through with this. Thank you so much. I'd love for you to come back and watch all the episodes because I want you to be able to walk away and say, I rock my finances.
We appreciate you joining us today, and don't forget to subscribe to the Rock My Finances YouTube channel for more engagement and bonus content. Tell me, what is your money story? Let's find out with Jennifer right here on K4HD Radio and Talk4 TV. It's not about the zero, it's about the F word, feelings. Feelings Jennifer can't wait to explore with you next week. Until then, let's all say, I rock my finances.